So the book can be broken down into 6 different sections. This first one deals with church history. I wanted to know, how did we get here today? How did we get to celebrate communion in the way that we do? So going back all the way to the upstairs room where Leonardo da Vinci did that wonderful depiction of the Last Supper. That's where we start, and we go all the way through church history to this present day. How did we get here? So I asked 3 other questions that would dissect church history. The first one was, in what way did the church grant or deny access to the communion table? That's a big question of authority. The second question was, how were passages of scripture interpreted that explained the communion table? And I found there was great differences. And then thirdly, how was liturgy used in words and actions and songs that would retell the story of God around the communion table? Now, all of this provided a massive background to the present culture that we live in of postmodernism. What it did is it shed a huge light on why we do what we do today, specifically why late millennials and Gen Z do what they do around the communion table today. Now, if we take that out of church history, we have no understanding as to why. But if we place it in church history, we have this huge light that gives us the answers as to why we do what we do today. And again, the challenge is not the participants who receive the bread and wine. The real challenge in a postmodern era is those who serve it. The pastors, the priests, the bishops, the presbyter, the church leader is challenged with their orthodoxy, their doctrine, their church tradition, who should and who should not receive the bread and wine that Jesus said, "This is my body, this is my blood." Church history provides us with a fascinating, almost Lord of the Rings type story of this contentious table where people fought, not just with words, but also with their fists, and caused great divides in the ancient world. We are privileged to celebrate in the way that we do today, but church history will tell us why.